Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Robin. I'll introduce myself very quickly. I teach mostly high school students at the start of high school and test preparation. Most students cannot read. I don't mean most students are bad at reading. Students cannot read for 2 hours. The most I've seen a student read is maybe 10 minutes, and they will check their phone, and they will do other things. And it's really bad. And I'll do something different for presentation this year. I just want to go through my favorite article this year. It's from The Atlantic, and title is Elite College Students Who Cannot Read Books. Every single professor in this article is from the Ivy League, Georgetown, or Virginia. And I just want to share some quotations from the article. David Shore, the chair of Georgetown English Department, says, students have trouble staying focused on a sonnet. A sonnet is a poem. Students cannot read poems. Next, we have same person saying, 20 years ago, which is when I went to university, Dame's classes had no problems engaging in sophisticated discussions of Pride and Prejudice. 1 week, Crime and Punishment. Next week, so Jane Austen and then Dostoevsky. Now students think it's impossible. Georgetown is a top 15 university in the world. We have Anthony Grafton, a Princeton historian, said his students arrive on campus with narrow vocabulary and less understanding of language than they used to have. Jack Chen, a Chinese literature professor at the University of Virginia, finds his students shut down when confronted with ideas they don't understand. I experienced this morning. I was teaching a 17-year-old student. I asked him, "What do you think?" He said nothing. Daniel Shaw, the chair of Georgetown's English department, same quotation. Victoria Khan has taught literature at UC Berkeley since 1997. She used to assign 200 pages each week, so maybe like 30 pages a day, so 1 hour of reading per day. Now she assigns half of that. For years, Dames has asked first-year English students their favorite book. In the past, they said Wuthering Heights or Jane Eyre. Now they say Percy Jackson. This is from students at the University of Chicago. What I want to point out is this. It is extremely easy to get into Princeton. It is extremely easy to get into Berkeley. All you need to do is read more than current students. Students cannot read deeply. It's my biggest pain. Like seriously, 제가 한국말 좀 서투른데 제 마음이 아파요. It hurts. Moreover, students read easy texts. Any reading is good, but difficult reading is amazing preparation for SATs, for university, or just being smart. And most importantly, if you do not read, you cannot write. Because I ask students, for example, tell me about your mother, or tell me about your dad. They can't say anything because they don't think, they don't know how to read. And this is basically what I try to do with core reading. Core reading and writing class is basically we read books. In winter, I have a shorter program. So week 1 is short stories. But weeks 2 and 3, I want students to read books, difficult books, because I don't want students to look at their phones or not be able to write. The 2 books we're reading this semester, this winter, is Small Things Like These. It won the Orwell Prize in 2022. It was nominated for the Booker Prize 2022. One of my favorite recent books. It's a recent book, so vocabulary is, excuse me. Vocabulary is easy, and it's a Christmas book. So I hope the students like this one. Final week is Pearl, John Steinbeck. It's harder. It's a hard book. Students will struggle with week 3. If they struggle, it's okay. I don't care if students find vocabulary difficult. I don't care if students don't understand plot. That's perfectly fine, as long as they focus, understand a little bit, and they come to class and I will teach them. But most importantly, students must read. Only homework for core reading and writing is reading. I have no vocabulary tests, it's just reading and mini essay at the end. So we will read for homework, discuss in class, and finally, students will write a 250 word essay. Students write essays every day. If they do not write, then I will know they did not read. Essay writing is my way of checking, has the student done homework? Every student will get feedback every evening, and parents will receive a score. And that's core reading and writing. We have short stories and 2 books. That's it for winter. And reading is the only homework. The age group for core reading and writing, 8th grade to 9th, maybe 10th grade is okay. It depends on the student. If a student reads a lot already, 7th grade students are fine. Every single book or story we are doing is age appropriate. There's nothing weird. It's just sort of Christmas stories, family relationships, and maybe like divorce. Those are the only sort of adult themes we cover. So it's age appropriate, 7th, 8th, 9th, maybe 10th grade. And that's core reading and writing. The second class I teach is for older students. Academic writing is mainly test preparation. We only do non-fiction writing. It is based on AP English Language and Composition and IB English Language and Literature. It's for older students. Students should be at least 9th grade, entering high school, and it's an introduction to formal writing. There's less homework because it's non-fiction, which is why academic writing main homework is vocabulary. Core reading, writing, just reading, no vocabulary. But academic writing, students will get vocabulary tests every day. And it's similar to core reading, writing, just a little bit more examination preparation. It's an example from summer this year. Students will read an article in class. Students will write notes, and I will highlight on stage. And afterwards, same as core reading, writing, students will write essays. The essays are longer in academic writing. Students will write at least 500 words every class for academic writing. So there's 2 grades for academic writing: vocabulary test and essay mark. And that's it. I think Yes, so that's SAT reading. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you have a great afternoon.